Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. Remember, they are general readings, so not everything is going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Moon card, right? So the moon, yes, it can represent our fears as it did for one sign already this week, but it can also represent the cyclic nature of our lives. This week, Leo, you're going to get a powerful insight into the cycles and or the patterns of your own life, what you can do to step out of them and what you can do to move beyond them. This could be a powerful week in a lot of ways for that reason. And I don't know why, but I also get the sense that this moon card is telling me in some way, shape or form this week, there is going to be someone or something that comes back from the past. All right. So I would, in a lot of ways, just keep your eyes peeled for situations and or people that have an echo of something that's already transpired in the past. Remember, we've got a new moon this week, and a new moon is a dark moon, right? So we don't really know what's going on. There's other, and it's really weird, like the full moon and the new moon are both very magical and very mystical times. The difference being that the full moon, you know exactly what's going on, whereas the new moon, it all happens in the dark, right? It has more of that air of the mystical and the mysterious about it. And this week, I kind of feel like that moon card is saying you don't have all the facts yet. You haven't got all of the pieces and the puzzle, but you will have soon. Hang on in there. For your for your foundation card, you have the Five of Swords, and I have to leave the deck as it is now because I've seen the first card and I can't, you know me, I don't edit my videos. It's just what you see is what you get. Oh gosh. Okay, so the fact that you've got the Five of Swords as the foundation to the week, and you've got this moon card, in some way, shape or form this week, an old argument and or challenge comes up for resolution, right? So something that you had been dealing with that had maybe been quite challenging for you over the course of this year looks like it's going to rear its ugly head again. I know exactly what this is for me, and I am not here for it. And the fact that it is coming up and that you've got that Five of Swords here, if you haven't seen it, please check out the weekly general this week, because it will really, really help to give you a much more in-depth and concise understanding of what you might need to know in order to navigate what could be quite a tricky week for you, right? Now, that being said, how you act, how you present yourself, how you navigate or move through this experience this time round will define you more than the previous. Why? Because the first or the second time this came up, it was like, okay, what do I do with this? I have to do what I can do. Now you know more, and now you know better. How you approach it this time is going to really define part of your character. So it's really important that you use this to your best advantage. Now, if you are a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Everyone's like, what the hell? Gear change. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Your actions and options card is the High Priestess, right? So you've got the moon and you've got the lady of the moon, or the lady that rules the moon, of the High Priestess. This is a very psychically charged week. This is a very spiritually charged week. I think it's going to be for everybody in a lot of ways, right? And around this new moon, I would favor a detox. I would favor a day off. I would favor a withdrawal in some way, shape or form. Why? So that you can listen to what your intuition is really trying to tell you. The moon card with the High Priestess, this is a very psychic energy. It's a very spiritually charged energy. It also suggests as well, in a lot of ways, there could be some sort of something is revealed or redefined in some way for you. Now, the fact that you've got this in your actions and options means that you're revealing something. You are sharing something that maybe you never shared before. Maybe it's, you know, the secret that comes out this week is one that you are choosing to divulge with someone or with, you know, several someones. Another way that this could show up for you as well, because it is the High Priestess, your own intuitive faculties could be screaming something at you this week, really loud. And I gotta say, this week you really do need to listen to your gut more than ever. Leo's a very psychic sign in a lot of ways. Why? Because it's a big cat. Cats are, you know, one of, if not the most psychic being on the planet. So, you know, be aware. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. This with the Moon card isn't actually that bad, right? The reason I say this is because this week, maybe not all, but you could be getting a little taster of some of the results or the rewards for the hard efforts that you've already put in. This week you could be, you know, you could be getting a little taster of, okay, this is what my future could be like if I continue down this path. I actually really like that. Now, for your communications and conversations, it is the Seven of Pentacles. You are having to work really hard to be clear, to be concise. And also this week, I've got to say this as well, because this is happening under the guise of a new moon and you've got that Seven of Pentacles. Not only is this week going to demand more from you in your work, in your profession, but this is kind of a herald of everything that's to come. The results, the rewards, the material blessings are there for it, but the hard work is evident that you're having to put in order to sustain or to continually create those material rewards, right? So if you work for somebody else this week, there may be a feeling of, you know what, I feel invisible. It's like, you know, I'm doing all this hard work, I'm putting all this graft in and it's not being seen. Wait, there'll be a moment where you are surprised with something, either some sort of recognition, some sort of gift, some sort of blessing. I like this. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this week you're going to be grafting it hard, right? This is that week where, you know, in some way, shape or form, you're having to sing for your supper, right? For those of you that are retired or no longer working, this is going to see you hunting for purpose, right? Leo's a big cat. What do big cats do? They, you know, they seek their prey. Your prey this week is a new purpose. And I kind of feel like this is one of those weeks where I want to say to you, stop looking for trouble because you might end up finding it, all right? Just slow your roll. Let things happen or unfold the way that they want to. For your love and relations, you've got the Hermit card, right? Very, very powerful. So I often say to people, when the Hermit card shows up, this is what you do because the High Priestess has a message for you. Well, you have the message for the world and also something is being revealed to you or redefined. Now, when it comes to your partnerships, relationships, there is an element here of wisdom, knowledge, new information coming in about a relationship, about a partnership, a relationship, a collaboration or connection, or even a familial tie could be either going away this week or being reconsidered. Now, I don't think that all Leos are suddenly going to, you know, split from partners, but I do feel like there are some very big and or serious conversations that will need to be had. Now, you add to this that Seven of Pentacles. the challenges in your relationships can absolutely be overcome. But this week you're going to have to put that graft in, and you will see this, right? If you're in a relationship that's challenging and or rocky, the amount of work that you're willing and expected to put in, if you're not getting that reciprocated, then you know it's time, right? If there's a glimmer and you can see this person really trying to puzzle it out and all the rest of it, then you know you're just going to have to dig in for a little bit longer. Another way that this could show up as well, there is spiritual understanding and or insight that comes in this week. So for some of you, this could be like an out-of-body experience. It could be a powerful prophetic dream. It could be a word of information that comes to you from a loved one that's passed over, but it could just as easily be a spiritual download that comes in that says, this is what's going on, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to do. If that is the case this week, do not ignore it. If you do, at your own peril, all right? This feels like a very serious message, so no pressure. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting anybody, it will be through your work, it will be through your profession, and it's very likely that there is going to be an age difference between you. This will be somebody that is older, possibly somebody that's already had children of their own and is now, you know, just wants a partner for companionship and love, and you know, they've done all of that stuff. Now they just want to enjoy, you know, the life that they have, etc. I like this for you. There is an element that this person is seasoned though, you know, and you know me, I say seasoned, not older, just because it, you know, it's nicer. But yeah, with that Seven of Pentacles, there's definitely a meeting of minds. This person's worked really hard, and this might be a challenge as well, because it looks like you're working really hard now and they've already done this, but somewhere you guys connect. So interesting. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Ace of Cups. Love this, right? So some financial goal some financial goal is realized this week. There's something that you can finally put your hands on, that you can tangibly touch and say, wow, you know what, I did that. This has worked. It's come into being or into fruition. Underneath that Seven of Pentacles though, whatever hard work you did to get to this point is by no means over. So you've still got a ways to go. An old opportunity may come back on the table for some of you, but again, you're going to have to give this a lot of juice. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love the Ace of Cups. For those of you that are trying for children, this could be a powerful week for that. Remember, the High Priestess will see somebody becoming a significant other. This can see you getting married, it can see you getting partnered, it can see you becoming a parent, you know, all of those things. So definitely possible. But all in all, this week, I think health is good. I would advise against drinking this week. You know, even if it's just like, you're like, no, you know, I usually have a glass of wine each night or whatever. I would advise against it. One will turn into many very quickly. So just something to be aware of. And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Ace of Cups is beautiful because it means that whatever you're welcoming in this week, it's here to stay for a while. All in all, not a bad week, just a very, very intense week. So I'll be interested to see the comments from the Leos this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, let me know, and I will see you soon.